Yo, 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 what's good, my people? What's good, my people? It's your boy, Jason Gooner. We're back in the building. You don't know it's another episode. It's the live week 3 prediction show. Yes, yes, yes. We're also going to talk about the UCL draw that happened earlier today. We're just going to show you how some of the teams, it's that little difference. So we're going to explain how that's going as well because the UCL doesn't have the usual way with the groups. Is a little bit different, one big league table, so we're going to explain that for folks who don't really get it yet. Also, of course, we're going to go through all the games of the Premier League this week, predict the scores. Hopefully you guys cannot topple the champion. What that is me. Last week I went 8 wins, 2 losses. So yeah, you don't know. We are move with our force these days. We can't get beaten at the predictions because we're the king. You don't know that already. Yeah, so we're gonna start to get the consistency going. We are one night early for this one tonight. Of course, tomorrow the Reggae Boy squad will be dropping, so we're gonna do some content tomorrow night focused around the team and the selections of the new coach Steve Mc for tomorrow. Um, yeah, why is this talking? Okay, good. All right, so the levels sound good. That is good. That is good. Yeah, man. And you know what you have to do as soon as you get into the building. Smash that like button, people. Don't forget that part. It's very, very important. That's how the people them know that Jason Gooner is live. If them now use them head and turn on them bell notification, because me don't know why you would have subscribed to the channel and don't turn on the bell. Because then how you gonna know that we're live? You know what I mean? That makes no sense, people. So just hit that like button. Share the content as well. All of you in your various groups, let people know Jason Gooner is live. Yeah, we have some folks that always check in. So I'll wait for some of them people to go forward. But in the meantime, let's just go to what I wanted to do first, which is show you guys some of the games or some of the teams and what the draw look like. So yeah, it was kind of interesting, a different style. They just hit the button and the computer randomly selects and everything. So yeah, it was cool to see how that was going this morning or this afternoon, I should say. And yeah, we got some good matchups out of it. I think 2 extra games now in the group phase of play. Before you would have the groups, 4 teams. You play 3 opponents home and away for 6 league matches. Now it's gonna be 8 teams that you play, and you only play them once. So you do play 2 extra games in the group phase. I'm gonna go through and explain how it will work out. Yeah, man, big up yourself, Sherman Scott. One Dan from Clarin. Dan, you don't know the EPL content show. So first thing though, before we jump into the EPL week, I'll start breaking down the game them. First thing I want to do, first thing I want to do. Again, smash the like button. Don't forget energy, yeah, man. Respect for the strength, my bro. Big up, big up, big up. All right, so we're gonna float through this on the screen right quick. This is basically how it look for the teams. Let me see. So that's part 1. So you don't know man, an Arsenal fan, so I go to Arsenal first. In a business, what a guy want to say. All right, so this is basically how it works. So the teams on all the way to the left, that's all the teams in part 2. So it was 4 pots of 9 teams for 36 teams total. And basically how it works is every team gonna play 2 teams from pot 1, 2 teams from pot 2, 2 teams from pot 3, and 2 teams from pot 4 for a total of 8 group stage games. And they were randomly chosen to be home or away fixtures. So no more will you have PSG, you have them home and away, you either get them home or away. Simple as. So basically, if you look right here, I think you guys can see the cursor when I move it around. Yeah, so when you look where you see Arsenal there, I don't know why it won't let me zoom this in. It's kind of weird. There we go. All right, so you see Arsenal now. So the teams on the teams in the light blue, that's the home fixture. So basically how it's gonna go, Arsenal will play Paris at home, Inter away, Shakhtar at home, Atalanta away, Dinamo Zagreb at home, Sporting Portugal away, tough match, Monaco at home, and Girona away, tough match again. So basically that's how it works for all the teams in all the columns. The light blue is home, the dark blue is away. This is not in order of how the game is going to go. On Saturday, they said they're going to come out with the dates and times for all the fixtures. So we don't really know when the match is going to play yet, but we do know what matches they're gonna be. Just as an example, right? Let's just go to Leverkusen. So they'll have Inter at home, Liverpool away. Wow, some big games. Milan at home as well. Atleti away. So out of all the teams in part two, Leverkusen really got a tough one, you know. Milan and Atleti, that's kind of tough. Salzburg and Feyenoord home and away from part three, and Sparta Praha and Brest away. So, you know, this was pretty cool just to see a different way to see the UEFA Champions League draw. So I enjoyed it. It was something different, something new. Basically how it's gonna work as well. And let me just back up out of here for a second. Why for that? Reverse. I don't even know the best way to say it. All right. So this one now. This is all the Pot One teams. So you'll see all the basically the highest ranked teams in the competition. Which I was looking at Pot One and I'm saying like Leipzig in there over some teams. I don't know. But I know it's like the UEFA coefficients over the years. So yeah, teams like Leverkusen, Arsenal, Milan, maybe they haven't been doing the best in Europe lately. That's why. But this is the Part One teams. Real Madrid had some spicy ones. They have the Liverpool, the trip to Anfield, they host Milan, go to Atalanta, go to Lille, Stuttgart and Salzburg. So Real Madrid have some tough fixtures in Part 1 and Part 2, but I think their Part 3 is not so bad. Lille away could be tricky. Been in Europe a few years now, so have a little experience. Man City, they got a game with Inter at home. They have to travel to Paris. So that to be a big one for the Part 1 clash in that for their games. Then you have Juve away. That's a tough one in Part 2. Sporting Portugal, just like Arsenal away. So yeah, they had some tough away fixtures. Bayern Munich, Paris and Barca. Wow. Benfica, Shakhtar. Bayern will be heading to Aston Villa. So they have a trip at Villa Park. So they'll be hosting Aston Villa. Wow. Or Aston Villa will be hosting Bayern, sorry. So that's a big matchup for Villa there. Let's see. It's another big match. I think Juve going to Villa as well, if I'm not mistaken. But yeah, this is very interesting how they did this, man. I'm telling you. Some good matchups, though. Man City will be hosting Inter. Paris and Man City. In Paris. Bayern and Paris. In Bayern. Bayern and Barca. Yeah, man, some good games. Dortmund, Real Madrid repeated the final last year in Madrid. So yeah, pretty cool. Some good matchups. One more I ask though, I know everybody, well, not everybody. Some people wouldn't have a team in this competition this season. But for the ones who do, like, what did you think of the draw? Do you like your team's 8 matchups? There were some, as I said, some mouth-watering ties that came from this draw. And I do think that some teams did get it kind of tough. If you look at Atalanta, Part 1, they got Madrid and Barca, and then they got Arsenal in Part 2. So that's, for me, that would be the example of a tough draw for a team. And basically how it's going to go, it's going to be a league table, as I said. All 36 teams will be in one league table, and they'll all play their respective 8 games. And basically, at the end of it, teams from 9th to 24th place will play a 2-leg knockout tie. So, of course, 9 would play 24, 10 play 23, 11 play 22, all the way through, right? And then when those teams advance, they'll face the 1 through 8 in the UCL round of 16. So if you finish in the top 8 of this league table after the 8 matches, you advance straight into the round of 16. So do you guys like how they set it up? You think it's going to make for... You see, when I was breaking it down earlier, thinking about it, I was saying, boy, for me, what it really does is like it kind of eliminates that, you win your first, let's say you win 4 in a row to start the UCL. The last 2 games, typically, you're going through in first. and you can just play the kids or do whatever. But I think this format now, teams right there, any team from about 9 to 12 or 13, 14, based on how tight the table is, they would probably be wanting to get those points to get into that top 8. Similarly, those in positions, even 1 through 8, you really want to get maximum points whenever you can, because that's very crucial to cut out that, I guess, in a sense, that round of 32. It's not really a round of 32 though, because obviously it's still, it's not that many teams. It's basically a round of 20, 24. Yeah, 16 plus 8 more. Yeah, basically it's a round of 24 in a way. But yeah, you want to try to avoid that, 9th place to 24th place 2-leg playoff, because then you're looking at 10 games prior to another 4 times to another 8 games. So 18 total if you have to get to that second round before the round of 16. So yeah, I mean, it's going to be crucial for those clubs that looking to get into that top 8. Obviously, the way they had the pots, there's 9 teams in the first pot. I would think teams in the pot 2 like Leverkusen, Atleti, AC Milan, Arsenal, they would have their eyes set on getting in that top 8 in the league to avoid that next round of the 2-leg playoff. So it's going to be a lot, people. I think what it's going to do, definitely, it's going to lend itself to helping out the teams with the bigger squads. So, the Man Cities of the world, the Arsenals of the world. What's another team with a big squad? Inter Milan have a lot of players in their squad, basically can field 2 11s. I think those teams are going to be the ones that can hold up in a competition like this with more games and just, more tax on the body. So, yeah, it's going to be interesting, though, to see how it plays out. I'm looking forward to seeing the fixtures. Just praying that none of the real crunch clashes, come around a weekend that's tough in the Premier League as well, because those can be the killers for a season right there, when you have this big game on Tuesday or Wednesday, and then it's sandwiched in between, Man City away and Spurs or something, you know what I'm saying? So, yeah, it's a lot of times in this league too, it kind of comes down to the fixtures and what's around them that can help you or hurt you. But again, teams with deeper rosters that can feel comfortably 2 11s, they are going to be the ones to thrive, I think, in this competition, because you're going to have to use up your squad, definitely. Cheers to everybody. Drink responsibly. Yeah, man. So let me see if anybody have anything to say about the format. Energy said, I don't like this format, but then again, I might grow into it. Yeah, I think at first I was kind of like, why mess up a good thing? Why change a good thing? I remember that was my first reaction when I first heard about this changing. But to be honest, I think when you look at like the ability to make every game matter, it's probably the best way they could have done it, because as I said before, the way groups sometimes pan out, the leading team might just doing business about the last couple of games. I mean, they tried to help out in the last few years by making the 3rd place team go to the Europa League, and the last team don't go to anything in Europe. I feel like that's something that kind of made the group stage more exciting, but it still didn't eliminate the leader of the pack kind of relaxing towards the end, So yeah, I think in this format, as I said, people, very rarely you're gonna say. I mean, maybe the teams in the top 3, 4, when it gets to the last 8 games or so, not 8 games, when it gets to like the last game of the 8, they might take that game not as serious, because they can't get past for that last spot. But again, I think it's gonna be imperative to try to finish first as well, because you're gonna play the lowest ranked team once that next round happens. So yeah, it's a lot to play for all the 8 games. So we'll see how the coaches and the teams navigate. It's gonna be interesting. People. But yeah, I didn't see it as the worst thing in the world. Now that I've seen how it pan out and how it's gonna actually look, I think it has the potential to be really exciting. And we do get more, big name games in terms of the 2 teams being top teams. We just get more opportunities to see games like that. Again, when you look at some of these matchups, Barca, Bayern, Barca, Borussia Dortmund, Inter, Man City, Liverpool, Real Madrid, um, at Anfield, Paris hosting Man City, Bayern going to Paris. No, Bayern hosting Paris, going to Barcelona. Some big games, man. Man City hosting Inter Milan, Inter hosting Arsenal, Inter going to Leverkusen. Some really good games, some really good games. Juve hosting Man City. That should be a good one. So some good games, man. Juve headed to Villa Park as well. Let's check Aston Villa. Leon is over there. So let's see what their matchups looking like. So they have to host Bayern Munich, go to Leipzig, they host Juve, go to Club Brugge, host Celtic, go to Young Boys, host Bologna, and go to Monaco. So yeah, they have some tough matchups, some ones that they would be expected to probably win. I'm sure they'll be looking for the 3 points when Celtic comes to town. Definitely a tough matchup with Bologna, but they will want to get the 3 points at home. Going to Young Boys, that's one they might have their eyes on for the win. Club Brugge as well, but these teams are no easy teams, are pushovers, so it's going to be tough. It's going to be tough, and I'm looking forward to all of it. As I said, people, Saturday, coming up this coming Saturday, they're going to give us the fixtures and the dates for the fixtures and everything. So looking forward to seeing all of the everything going on. Hot Chili, bless up yourself, my brother. Go on. Energy say you'll never walk alone. We're gonna see Sunday. Last game before the international window at Old Trafford. Old Trafford. My bad. Liverpool headed to Old Trafford for that one. Bless up yourself, Float. Go on. Actually, saying feel sorry for the players in this format. Man City, all right, man. I'm just put in the B team or the A.5 team or whatever you call it, A- team. Yeah, man. The subs counter go on. To do its thing. Respect fresh in the building. Yeah, man. Respect. This format might suit Liverpool then. Yeah, in the attacking sense and fullback sense. I don't know if they have a bunch of centre backs like that. Really 3 quality ones. And then midfield. I don't know if the quality is quite the same once you go to the bench, but they did they get a DM today? I don't know if they got a DM today. I just know they got Chiesa. Yeah, man, fresh. Let them know everything will go on. Liverpool have one of the strongest 24-man squad right now. Really? You think so? I don't know, That might be something to do when we look at the team later. When we look at the United game, I'm going to pull up the squad. Energy, I remember say I said that energy. The only team I wanted was Madrid, and that didn't happen. Osh, Jilly. I'm send this thing somewhere else one more time, people. Make sure not smash the like button, people. Make sure not smash the like button. Don't forget that part there, man. Respect for the likes. Yeah. And the people them soon roll in, man. Thursday night, maybe them a pre-Friday night, but tomorrow, squad a drop tomorrow. We should be okay, but I feel there will be a lot of injuries. Yeah. Well, I mean, the coaches just have to use them squads, bro. You can't run out the player them, twice a week and all these things. Or 3 times a week, I should say. Yeah, man, that not gonna work, All right, people. So, no more itching. Gave the Champions League its time. As I say, I'm excited for it, people. Should be pretty exciting. In other news today, Real Madrid draw 1-1 with Las Palmas. So the second draw already in the young La Liga season for Madrid. Mbappe trying to coexist up there in the forward line, but it's not quite ticking like it should be just yet. Vinny Jr. did get on the score sheet today from the penalty spot. Las Palmas scored an early goal. Yeah, but that match ended 1-1, people. So not the best start for the champions Real Madrid. 2 draws and 1 win in their first 3. Barcelona 3 wins from 3. Villarreal 2 wins and a draw in second place right now. Celta 2 wins and a loss, and Atletico 5 points in after 3 games, 1 win and 2 draws, just like Real right behind them. Same and Leganes as well. So La Liga, only perfect team left is Barcelona. Only other unbeaten team is Villarreal. So that is La Liga so far. You know, La Liga, them play a game all Friday, Monday, Tuesday, every day of the week. La Liga play a game. Yeah, man, them do them thing a little bit different, you know. And also, I know that tonight was Cavalier second game. They played Police from Trinidad, and we beat up Police today. I think that one ended 4-1, if I'm not mistaken. I think Busy Atkinson came off the bench and scored 2. Trying to find it. All right, there it is. Yeah, so Shaquille Stein, the Surinamese international. He's from Suriname. I don't know if he's ever played for Suriname, but he had a brace. And then Busy Atkinson came on for Overy in the second half, and he was able to find a brace as well. Goals in the 78th and 92nd minute of the match. So 4-1. So Cavalier 2 from 2 now. Looking good so far in the competition. 6 goals for, only 1 against, conceded tonight. Mount Pleasant and 3 points after 2 games. And Arnett Gardens 1 game, 0 points. Police have played 2 games now, 1 draw, 1 loss, so not looking good for them. And Real Hope drew 1-1 with Police in their only game. So Arnett Gardens still have an outside shot. 3 games left for them and Real Hope, while Police and Cavalier and Mount Pleasant only have 2 games left in the group. But Cavalier putting down a marker in their first 2, looking good to get through. The top 2 will advance to the semis of the Caribbean Cup CONCACAF competition. All right, so just some of what would have happened today. I see some Saudi games were going on as well. I don't believe we had any players today. I know yesterday Damari played against Damian Lowe, who didn't get any game time, but Damari came off the bench. Something else that was kind of interesting that happened today. Chelsea went down 2-1 to Servette in Switzerland. But luckily for Chelsea, they still went through an aggregate 3-2. I believe that draw should take place tomorrow for the Europa and the Conference League. So we'll see how that goes. I think everybody is adopting the same style, so they will have a similar league table format in both of those leagues as well. So looking forward to that draw tomorrow to see where these clubs will end up and who they're going to be playing. All right, so let's get right to it, people. Fresh God said, glory, glory, Man United. We know, Fresh. We know we should be okay, but I feel there will be a lot of injuries. Yeah, Mbappe striker is just not it. Yeah, I mean, Mbappe told you years ago that the man prefers the left side, you know, and I don't know. The coach is just now putting him on the left side. I don't know why. Imagine if Haaland played like this in his first 3 games, the media would have slaughtered him. Boy, that's true, you know, actually. That's true. I mean, even in the games, like he doesn't really look like he knows where to go to be a threat, you know. He might have little spells in the game where he look like he might score or something, but it's just not sustained right now. I'm really unsure on the pitch, from what I have seen at least. The movement not as fluid, I'm not really sure. I think also they're kind of guilty of like everybody want to just be so happy playing with each other, like nobody want to just take on the chance, you know, trying to make the perfect last pass to set up the other player. You know, you have to keep your mentality, man. You're not saying you should be selfish, but they need to find a better balance between that, because right now look like them overdoing the let me make sure I set up the ball or set up this play or, I overdo it a bit as far as I'm concerned. So, yeah. All right, people. So, let's get this on the screen now. We're going to jump right into the games. RR said, keep the same energy fresh. Keep the same energy fresh Sunday, 10 o'clock in a yard, I said, keep the same energy there. All right, so let me throw this on the screen, people. This is the week's fixtures. So we'll get a treat, people. The first game we're going to discuss, Arsenal versus Brighton. Now, for multiple reasons, this is a game I'm excited for. One, obviously, Arsenal is my side. Jason Gooner, it's in the name. But another reason is Brighton is also one of the four undefeated teams in the league. So this is an undefeated matchup right now. Arsenal 2 from 2, Brighton 2 wins from 2 as well. Of course, the other undefeated teams with wins in the league right now, Man City and Liverpool. So first game of the weekend, we're going to have Arsenal facing Brighton. So in this matchup, people, as you can see, as I said, both on +4, 6 points apiece. Brighton in second due to having one more goal scored. They have a 5-1, 5 goals, 4-1 against Arsenal, 4 goals and 2 clean sheets, right? So recent results, of course, back-to-back 2-0 wins for Arsenal. First hosting Wolves, and then, of course, last weekend getting the better of Aston Villa at Villa Park. Brighton got a 3-0 win on opening day at Goodison Park, and then toppled United late in injury time to beat them 2-1 at the Amex. So this week, again, we go into this one definitely hoping to get the 3 points. I think the start of the season, the fixtures coming up for Arsenal are not the easiest. If we take a look at Arsenal's season right now, after this fixture, we're going to focus on this one first, but just looking ahead, after the international break, when we come back, it's going to get no easier. We will have, let's see. Yeah, we'll have Tottenham away on my birthday on the 15th of September, and then an EFL Cup match on the 17th, and then we go right into the next weekend where we head to the Etihad to face Man City. So back-to-back away fixtures against Spurs and Man City right around the corner of the international window. Definitely you would like to go into those games on maximum points, just because, that those 2 games will be super tough after that. So, my hope is when I heard this fixture list, realistically, I said I wanted 13 points. I wanted 4 wins and a draw. Whether the draw came at City or it came at Spurs, I wouldn't care. But I definitely, looking at the fixtures, wanted 3 wins to start the season. I thought that the international break would come at a bad time for us, right before those 2 games. So I figured in one of those 2 after the break, we might drop some points. But for me, I was always looking at it thinking, okay, 9 points going into the international break and I'll be satisfied. So this is the last game now to complete that. One thing that I do have to touch on, though, this Brighton team so far has been very dangerous. Very, very dangerous. I wanted to look. I haven't been doing this in weeks past, but I think it's something that would be nice to do. I'm just going to pull up we're on SofaScore now. I'm just going to pull up the expected lineups, right? Just to see how close to what I think it's going to be, how they have it. Let's see. Where's the game? There we go. Where is it? Yo, people, man, telling you, there's usually a way to see What's going on here? Am I just missing it? I'm gonna find it, people. So I shouldn't give up. Details, standings, matches. I guess they're not. I guess they don't have it. They stop doing the lineup thing. That's sad. Yeah, don't look like it have it enough, people. All right. It's all good. Well, let me see. See if there's any different on here. So yeah, I can start dropping the predictions, people. I'm not gonna look on them till me write down mine. So, man, them do away with the lineup something, or maybe too early. I don't know. Weird. All right, so as you can see, both teams coming off of wins in the first two. For me, Brighton, as I was saying earlier, looking dangerous. I think Danny Welbeck looks really good under this manager, finding really good spaces, dangerous in attack. I think João Pedro rounding back into form, started to grow into the game even more in the second half against Man U. They have some dangerous players on the flanks. Mitoma, of course, on that left side. Then on that right side, I think one of the reasons why Zinchenko probably won't play, they have two dangerous players over there. Minte has been starting, but Adingra coming off the bench. I think he has 2 assists off the bench so far this season. So, very dangerous in attack. I think the midfield, sturdy, not spectacular, but sturdy. And because they have a decent system, they seem to keep the shape pretty well. I do think under this manager, they're a little less open than they were than before. I still feel like they're a bit vulnerable on the counter. Don't think Lewis Dunk likes to turn and chase people. So if we can isolate that side, especially if the left back happens to venture forward, Hinslewood, who does have a tendency to do so, I like that space in behind with Saka. Pull Dunk out wide, and then Havertz can fill that space and hopefully finish. So yeah, that would be my tactic for Arsenal. Definitely look to break quickly down that right side. If not, get into your methodical play, try to control the game. Brighton would not really like to not have the ball. They do like to be in possession. So a team like that, sometimes you just have to let them know, hey, we're going to keep the ball more than you. I do think that this one might be a tricky one to keep the clean sheet. I've predicted 2 consecutive 2-0 victories for Arsenal so far, and I'm kind of tempted to stay with my 2-0 formula. But I just have a feeling, you know what? If it's not broke, don't fix it. So I'm going to go 2-0 to Arsenal again. Tempted to put 3 on the board this time, but I won't. I'm going to say 2-0 to the Arsenal. 2-0 to the Arsenal. All right, so let's see who is in the building. So Float and RR there. So make sure we get Float, MGT, RR in the building. Yeah, I do like the young manager from Brighton, to be honest. I like him. I think he's solid tactics from what I've seen so far. Bless up yourself in a coffee. Oh, go on. Yeah, man, subscribe to Coffee Tea for all the latest dancehall, music and lifestyle. All right, Float said 2-1 Brighton. Jano Float. What kind of thing you keep up over there, brother? 2-0 Arsenal, me say. RR, what you have to say? 2-all. So 2-0, 2-1, 2-all. I go in order. Who said 3-2 now? All right, make sure I get Hot Chili on the list, car. Hot Chili is a veteran week to week. So 2-0 as well. Hot Chili, I take the formula from me, with a young coach and a good shopping cart. Yeah, I think Brighton, I think I read somewhere it's about 200 million man them spending. And people don't really talk about that a lot, but they did go shopping. Georgina Ruto don't really. I think he came on the last game finally. They have bought some people. Ayari. Yeah, man, them buy some people, man. Energy 876. Say 1-all. Bless up Dr. Hero. Go on. All right, Chaddy. I could see how you stay, Chaddy. 2-0 to the Arsenal. Trossard. Chaddy, let me know. You start Trossard this week. You think him deserve it? Or we stick with the formula? Super sub. Energy. I hope we are both wrong, LOL. Yeah, I don't think Zinchenko plays. I feel like that threat of all their right-sided players, when you talk about Minte, Adingra, anybody would then put over there, Zinchenko not going to manage. So I think he sticks with Timber. I don't think he's going to start Calafiori either, even though I wouldn't mind if he started because I think he can handle it. But I would stick with Timber. I think he's a bit more comfortable in the system still, you know. I think Calafiori is still kind of learning the thing. 2-1, we're not going to say what you call them. Write out the name and stop disrespect, Nick. Big up yourself, Nick. Trossard need the start. Yeah, it's a tough one. For me, I would say the same starting lineup, honestly, bro. I know it's probably John Star. Would I start Trossard this week? I feel like Martinelli will get a contribution this week, man. I'm going to do something. Still I got to bring Trossard off the bench. I keep the team the same. Basically, I start the same team. Can't really start Mikel Merino yet. So make Thomas go and play while he might play, you know, decent. Because everybody besides, as long as Morgan Rogers never have the ball, Partey play good against Villa. But the minute Morgan Rogers have the ball, Partey turn idiot, I swear. Big idiot. All right, fixtures. All right, so I think that's pretty much everyone that's going to be doing some predictions tonight on the chat. I don't know where Duke there, I don't know where Demo there, but they will probably give me the scores outside of the chat. Want to say 2-2, but we'll give them the edge at the Emirates. Oh, nice of you, man. Respect. I tell you, if Trossard start, he ain't scoring. Happens every time. Actually, that's kind of my thinking, you know. Like, until the man don't score off the bench, it's almost like I don't want to stop him from doing it. And I feel like we need Martinelli to find some type of form. We didn't dip into the market for another winger today. So, you know, I feel like we need to play him way into form. And I do trust Trossard off the bench. Just make sure you don't keep it too late, you know. When he scored in the 67, I think he came on like about 5 minutes before that, so. Or maybe not even so long before. I think it was pretty close to winning forward on the pitch. All right, so that's the first fixture of the Saturday morning. Arsenal Brighton, the early kickoff, the midday kickoff in England. Used to be a game that I feared for Arsenal, but to be totally honest, this version of Arsenal right now, I stop worry about all them scientific something there if it a rainy night in Stoke and all these things. Early kickoff, don't worry about none of them something there again. So hopefully them can do the right thing and we stay unbeaten going into this window. Really would be a big confidence boost for the Gunners if we could just go in 3 games, 3 wins. Everybody go to them respective countries, go play them ball, stay healthy, and forward block for Spurs on the 15th. On my birthday. You can't lose to Spurs on my birthday, Arsenal. You mad? All right, so the next game of the weekend. Well, not the next. There's plenty of games at this time slot, but the first game we're going to talk about in this 10 o'clock window, 10 o'clock for me at least, is Brentford versus Southampton. So Brentford will be hosting Southampton. This one, basically, Southampton yet to register a goal, I believe. They sit in 16th place, minus 2 goal difference, 2-1-0 losses. So haven't gotten drubbings, but for them, I'm sure they'll be itching to get on the score sheet in the Premier League this season. For Brentford, they had that 2-1 win on opening day versus Crystal Palace. That day, Ethan had an own goal, sadly, but didn't hurt his team as they were able to get the 2-1 victory. And then last week, Liverpool beating Brentford 2-0. Pretty comfortably, honestly. Let's just look at what the team looked like last week for Liverpool. Of course, Diaz and Salah got the goals here. Jota and Diaz with the assists. But this is how Liverpool lined up. I don't see much change probably to the back four and the goalkeeper. Let's look into the midfield now and see if we have an eye for any changes. For me personally, I don't think Slot's going to make any changes, honestly. I feel like this is probably going to be the same lineup that starts. We heard rumors that Nunes was all over the place yesterday and today. Maybe somebody can tell me. I haven't really looked at my sources lately, honestly, to see what the last minute moves were. So let me just make a quick search on Nunes and just make sure, say, even there Liverpool still erratic. Nunes latest. People, make sure not smash the like button, Please and thanks. Please and thank you. Darwin Nunes latest. Let me just go to the boss, man. Got the boss will make you know. So we are try to get Neto as a backup. Nah, man, I get the Spanish kid. So one more day left, right? Tomorrow it lock. 30th. Tomorrow is going to be a madness, people. I wonder if we should have wait for the preview show. Well, people will get transferred tomorrow now play Saturday still, so not like it should change much. Fresh say Arsenal 3-2. Alright, Fresh. We not give up no 2 goals in a Fresh. I don't know about that. Negotiation broke down with the Spanish kid. I know that it said that if negotiation broke down. Or release clause or nothing. Yeah, we're not drop with a 30, I think a 30 million euros them want. 20 we say. And Fabrizio may look pan. It say Arsenal and Bournemouth have reached verbal agreement for Neto as backup. Deal will happen only if Arsenal will not be able to sign Juan Garcia, as Espanyol have rejected 2 bids today. Espanyol insists on release clause or nothing. So yeah, Arsenal might just see if them did a mess around and then tomorrow just pay them the damn thing. Because I know them bid 20 first. That means they must go back with 25 or 20 something. So let me go back with the 30, brother. Because he want forward. He already have personal terms. Yeah, we agree. Everything's set with Neto, but that is just a contingency plan. I feel like tomorrow them are going to go back for the youth from Espanyol. But let's see. We should be able to pay it. I mean, we only buy Calafiori and Marino. And we sell ESR. We sell Ramsdale now. So yeah, we have money to spend, brother. We have money to spend. But we shall see. We shall see. We shall see. As they say, time is the master, right? Yeah, so this was Liverpool's lineup last week. I don't think it will change. I think Kwanzaa probably back fit, but I don't believe Konate going to lose his place for this game tomorrow. Don't see him drawing for Endo either. He seems to be not really in the forefront of his plans. Interesting. Want to see if Gakpo and Nunes, which player gets more minutes this season. I was thinking because Arne Slot was arriving, he would find ways to get more time for Gakpo. And, in the first game, Nunes didn't play at all. So, that's one thing to look out for. Now, I don't know why I'm talking about Liverpool's team when it's Brentford, but it's all good. Now, Brentford's lineup last week looked like this. Flecken, Big Bad, Ethan Pinnock, Egier, Collins, and Roerslev. Norgard, Jensen, Keane, Lewis Potter, Vitaly Janelt, Johan Wissa, and Brian Mbeumo. Now, Keane Lewis Potter played during the week and scored in the EFL Cup. I wonder if he goes back to Sade from the start this time, who did start in the EFL Cup as well. Fabio Carvalho came on a bit earlier in the second game. Maybe he's working his way into a start. So they do have options off the bench. Sade, Fabio Carvalho could come into the field of play. Surprisingly, I haven't seen Ben Mee yet on the back line, but he's not really making it right now. So, for me, I probably see them not going back for Keane Lewis Potter this time. I'm starting from the start of the game with Sade. I know Wissa has been could have been going somewhere. So maybe Sade and Mbeumo up front and Carvalho starts this time over Keane Lewis Potter. But let's see what they go with. For this one, Brentford and Southampton. I don't think this is the week when Southampton gets the win. Will they score a goal though? That's the question. I think Southampton does get a goal this week for the first time, people. But I don't think it's going to be enough. So I'm going to go with a 2-1 win for Brentford in this one. 2-1 Brentford. So I'm going 2-1 Brentford over Southampton. I think Southampton goes into the break on 0 points, sadly, for them. Yeah, there you go. Editor. I knew there was some other money around there. 25 mil. All right, people. So let me know. Brentford versus Southampton. Brentford versus Southampton, people. I want to say for the scoreline. Brentford versus Southampton. Brentford versus Southampton, people. Dropping a score in the comment section. All right, the people, and we'll drop the scores. In the meantime, let's go back. Let's go back to the fixtures. So Everton, Bournemouth, 2 teams also looking to get some more points on the board. Bournemouth have been able to eke out 2 1-all draws so far. Everton, -7 goal difference after 2, not looking good at all. 3-0 from Brighton and then 4-0 at Tottenham. So tough start for them. Bournemouth, for me, a team that I think is going to do better than people think this season. I have Everton to be relegated, people. I think this is the year when they just don't find that miracle and get those results. I think Everton, similar to Southampton, is going to go into this break on 0 points. And I do believe that Bournemouth is going to get all 3 of these points at Goodison Park, people. Yes, so it's going to be 2 losses from 2 home games this season. When it's all said and done, I think that Bournemouth is going to be too much for them in attack. Tavernier, Semenyo, Clivert. I think Evan Nielsen probably gets off the mark this week as well. So yeah, I think Bournemouth probably going to take it to them in this one. I think Everton will get a goal though. But I think Bournemouth will be too much, and the conceding of goals is going to continue, and Bournemouth is going to take this one 3-1 at Goodison Park. Emphatic away win. That's what I'm going with, people. So What you guys think? All right, Nick says 3-1 to the Bees for the Brentford match. All right. Actually said 2-1 Brentford. All right. Actually say, yo, if me win, him I win. Gotta get the same score. 1-1. Actually say 3-1. Yo, actually, if you say one more score, what me say? All right, so may I miss Float Management, RR Energy. And Chaddy must have gone. I don't know if Chaddy not there again. So I forgot send me something fresh. I know your thing go. So you can message me one away when you have the score them. All right, so that is the Everton Bournemouth game. Not gonna take too much time on it. I just feel like Everton. Yeah, I don't know, brother. I don't know. I don't think Daesh going to make it through this one, people. I'm telling you. Maybe them prove me wrong, but I don't know. I don't see it. All right, this game is an interesting one from Portman Road. This is Ipswich and Fulham, of course. Basically, these two teams right here. Fulham 1 win, 1 loss, and 3 points. Ipswich 2 losses, a 4-1 loss last week and a 2-0 opening week at Portman Road as well. Lost to Liverpool. Fulham, on the other hand, 1-0 loss at Old Trafford in the first game. Tough loss for them. And then a good 2-1 win at home last week versus Leicester. So for me, in this fixture right here, I think the Portman Road fans will be up for it. They definitely will be dying to get some points on the board before this international window. But I don't know, man. Fulham, I think Fulham have the potential to shock some people this year. I think the Anderson signing was very good. I did feel like they were maybe one centre back light. Just in case they had injuries, I didn't see any depth back there for them. So Anderson's addition is really going to be good for them. I think I like their midfield options in terms of the attacking midfielders, wide players as well. And I definitely like Muniz and, Raul Jimenez, if he's on any kind of form, can score in this league. We've seen it before. So I like the options Fulham have throughout their squad. I do think that they've built a decent squad under Marco Silva. And I think Ipswich gets a little closer to getting some points on the board this week, but I still feel like they fall short. I'm going to go for a 2-1 to Fulham again in this one, people. 2-1 Fulham is what I will be going for this one. Let's check the comment section and see what the people must say. Fresh said 2-2 for the Brentford game. All right. And Fulham 2-1 against Ipswich. Yeah, I think the Paulinia miss, they've done a decent job kind of getting some replacements for Bobby Reid with the likes of, Smith Rowe, among other players that they have in now. So, yeah, I don't, Traore is very up and down with his play. So I can't say I love his option on that side, but, on his day, he can be dangerous. So let's see. Nick is going for the 2-0 clean sheet win for Fulham. I could see that too. I know you want the clean sheet. You probably have somebody on their defense or Leno or something. Fresh, give me the Everton Bournemouth game, Fresh. You missed that one there. All right, Nick said 2-0 Fulham. All right. All right, next game now. Next game. And these games are all the ones at 10 o'clock. Next game is going to be Leicester versus Aston Villa. This one will be from the King Power. The King Power Stadium. And Leicester so far with 1 point from 2. Aston Villa 3 points from 2. Of course, last week 2-0 to Arsenal at Villa Park, and lost 2-1 on the opening day to West Ham. And then Fulham beating Leicester last week, and then a nice hard-fought draw at the King Power in game 1 versus Tottenham, the 1-1. So For this game, people, I think Ali Watkins probably gets off the mark finally in this one. I'm hoping that Bailey can get on the goal contribution sheet, whether it's a goal or an assist as well. I do feel like Leicester at home will have a spell in the game where they do something. The key for them is just in those moments of play when Aston Villa is on top, because that will happen as well. They just need to make sure they don't cave. But I do think that Aston Villa might. Oh man, I don't know. I want to say they're going to win by the odd goal, you know. I'm just contemplating how many goals. I think this one ends 3-1 to Aston Villa. I think Villa make a nice victory out of this one. 3-1. I was gonna say 3-2, you know. You know what? I'm not gonna stick with my original plan. I'm gonna say 3-2 Aston Villa will take this one. 3-2. 3-2 for Aston Villa. I'm gonna regret this, you know. But we shall see. Bournemouth 3-0. All right, so I'm going 3-2 to Aston Villa. Let's see what other people saying. First said 3-1 to Villa. Actually said 2-1 Villa. Ipswich Fulham actually. Ipswich Fulham. Let me know. Oh, I see it. 1-1. Missed the one there. But if him score this week after they missed it, eh? So life go. Wait. You change your mind, Nick? That's one game you never give me, you know. All right, so 2-2. I'm going with the 2-2 for this game, Nick, because that's the last comment. Unless you just giving me the... Yeah, Duke. Me that wonder where the Duke. You can, if anything, you can just give me from now and then just message me, you know, and let me know the rest of them. I mean, make sure Ajit and put your name inside of the bracket though. Tual, Bailey and Bobby. Boy, float, you miss all I game them other than this one, you know, and the first one, you know. It's a game them you want to do. All right, I'm not sure. All right, so me wait, Nicholas, because I'm not sure if you say 1-1 for Leicester, Aston Villa, and then 2-2 for the next one or what. I'm not sure. Fresh say, yo, I give the whole of them, you know, because I forgot it. So Fresh say 4-1 City and 1-1. And I don't follow Fresh, you know. Yeah, man, me see the message them a go off, Duke, brother. I don't know if I'm going to catch up with that one, yeah, though. 200 odd message, brother. No, you're good float. At them time of night, then, if you're up on the East Coast, it's kind of late still. Okay, 2-2 Leicester Villa. Got you. All right, respect. I'm never sure, Nick. Float same. Doze off star. It's all good float. No, that go. All right, so Villa Leicester game should be a good one. People. All right, the last game of Saturday now, the 12:30 fixture in the Eastern time is gonna be the West Ham versus Man City game. Oh, no, we skip a game, people. Sorry. Forest and Wolves first. So Forest and Wolves from the City Ground in London. Forest right now on 4 points, so Nuno have them to a decent start, top half of the table. 1-1 against Bournemouth, beat Southampton 1-0 on the road. Wolves got a beating last week 6-2 and had a decent outing versus Arsenal, losing 2-0 at the Emirates. But they are on 0 points, -6 goal difference, so they're close to in last place currently. Now, Forest will be hosting Wolves on this encounter. As you can see, 2-2 and 1-1 recently. So draw is the recent meetings have been draws, and I see no reason to change that from what we have seen before. Now, Forest have been stingy so far, only conceding 1 goal so far this season. I do think that Wolves style of play will open the game a bit more. So I'll go for a higher scoring draw this time, but a draw nonetheless. 2-2, Forest and Wolves in this one. 2-2. I think both teams will get some goals in this one. So let's see what the people have to say about this. 9:19 where you are right now. How are you there? Oh yeah, you did say that. So the move make, big up yourself, big up yourself. Nothing but strength, fresh. 11:19 here in Lauderdale. Yeah, man. It's not early, man. All right, had Chile say, what? 3-2 Forest. So the New England call up Morgan Gibbs White going go off at Chile. That you say? Forest 2-1. Float management. Arsenal 2-1 and Forest 1-1. Villa 3-1. Alberta. So man gone to the cool. Yeah, man, guidance every time, bro. Whatever you're getting into, just put your head down and do it to the fullest, my bro. Nick said 2-1 Wolves. Nick going a bit against the grain. I almost gave Wolves the win, but that's true actually. He did forward from there. Yeah. It was crazy how much them buy him final. The man scored like 3 goals for Wolves, Madness. Alright, so Nottingham Forest Wolves. I think Forest though, Chris Wood. This man always a score goal in a star. Hudson-Odoi looking decent on the wing. Gibbs White. Elanga. But Wolves, Cunha, Larson, Juan. I'm just bringing the next Brazilian as well, Andre from Fluminense. With a little more midfield reinforcements, which I think they need. So yeah, Wolves, don't sleep on them, man. Them soon start get some results. See them get a point this week. See Knicks, I'll say them are go win. Which I don't see as impossible. Think that Chelsea drubbing was a one-off, man. Them not gonna start just concede one bag of goal like that, I don't think. But let's see, people. Let's see. All right. No founder never give me the Forest and Wolves game, But RR, Energy, and Chat gone, it look like. Duke, you have some more game. Brentford, Southampton, Everton, Bournemouth, Ipswich, Fulham. Them game, them gonna get from you, Duke. So go and run them in the chat and me add them in, I don't know where the one demo there, Look like from CPL I go and demo not like football. Or demo in the chat a cost too. I don't know. All right, next fixture, people. West Ham versus Manchester City. You don't know. This one should be a good one. Man City in first, West Ham in ninth, 1 win, 1 loss. Man City 2 wins plus 5 goal difference, 4-1 over Ipswich, 2-0 over Chelsea, 2-1 loss to Villa, and a 2-0 win at Crystal Palace. So this one this time will be hosted by West Ham, right? So this should be a good fixture at the London Stadium. I think West Ham, when you look at their team right now, City dominate. These are the last meetings. I don't think West Ham has beat them in a while. Got a draw in 2022. But yeah, this is a recent form. Of course, you know, they played at the end of last season when I needed a miracle. Didn't happen. So yeah, I don't know, man. I don't really see a way that City don't get all 3 points. You know, 2-2 would probably be the only draw I could see happening, but I feel like City gonna score more than 2 on this West Ham defense. But yeah, I am not gonna pick with my heart. I'm gonna pick with my head here, and I'm going to be realistic in life and say Man City continues to roll. I will go with a 3-1 City win. I think they do concede a 1 goal though. Maybe Antonio get a little goal off of a set piece or something going into the break. That would be nice. So I'm gonna go for a 3-1 City win. I believe I got one score of this one. Fresh God said 4-1. Float said 3-1 City as well. Actually said 3-1 City as well. Just a wait for Nikon and Duke. I'm sure you're gonna drop one. Okay, my catch up. Brentford 2-0 over Southampton, said Duke. Everton 1-1 with Bournemouth. And 2-0 to City this time, Duke say. So clean sheet settings. All right, so that should wrap up the Sunday games. Anybody that never got the City one to me, I think it's only really Nick. Didn't get me that one, just let me know. There it is, 2-0 as well. So Nick and Duke thinking on the same line. All right, so that was all the games for the Saturday. Is Rodri back? Good question. I don't think so. But let's see if we can find any evidence of such. I think when I do this this day, it's like 1 day too early, you know, because I usually give them. Okay, I see a press conference here. Yeah, it look like it now. Wait, name there. There was no press conference yet, so let me see. Yeah, there was no press conference yet. Match preview. Okay, West Ham team news. All right, but this was from way back on the 19th, so I don't know they would have put this out so long ago. Yeah, the press conference are tomorrow. So really not sure. Yeah, not sure, Chile. Not sure yet. Tomorrow we'll get the last update on that. Duke say Fulham 0-0. Alright, I have all the game them now, Duke. Roger always scores against West Ham as well. Hope that he's at least on the bench. He did train yesterday, don't know about today. But if him train, well, I guess if him train yesterday, more than likely, unless him have a flare up, him probably train again today. So usually 2 days in the week is enough for a coach to at least consider benching him. Maybe him don't start from the beginning, but maybe if the game go a certain way, him don't even play. But yeah, more than likely, then probably want to get to the window and then bring him back after that 2 weeks there. Because I'm sure Spain would leave him out of this window this time. Just let him heal up, you know. But yeah, regardless of Rodri, no Rodri, I'm going with a 3-1, you know. That is how Man U going to catch up on the league, just like how I did it. All right, boss. Anything you say? Anything you say, boss? United. Soon get to the United game, and I'm looking forward to that preview for sure. All right, people. Don't forget, you know, smash the like button, people. Smash the like button. Yeah, man. Do that. You don't know, tomorrow night we're back with some Jamaican content. We'll get the squad release, so you know how my thing set. We're gonna look on the players, try to figure out how we think the coach might set up a team. You know, predicted 11s of myself and, you know, whoever wants to give their take and their crack at it to be a YouTube coach. As Peso always I say, too much YouTube coach. But yeah, man, we're gonna full joy that, and we're gonna try break down how we got there, you know? Yeah, man, look forward to that tomorrow night, people. Make the thumbnail and run out with the content tomorrow night. Discuss some reggae boys. But for now, we'll move on to Sunday, September 1st. It's the last day before the international window. First, there's 2 games in the 8:30 time slot. Chelsea, Crystal Palace, Newcastle, Spurs. So let's take a look at the Chelsea Crystal Palace game first. Chelsea in 8th, 1 win, 1 loss, plus 2 goal difference though, by virtue of that 6-2 win. Crystal Palace have 2 losses, so that Glasner bounce not carrying over to this season yet. We shall see if that changes. I do feel like the rigors of the Olympics hurt Mateta, and I like what Glasner did this week. He just played his first team in the damn EFL Cup, and Mateta got 2 goals. Some people got some confidence. I think that was a smart move to play his attackers in that game just to get them some rhythm and just see the ball going in the back of the net. So I think that will hold them in good stead moving forward. This particular one now, for me, what I'm interested to see is how much of the last week's game was what we can expect from Chelsea moving forward. And was it just a case of everything going right on the day for Chelsea? And that's not really, you know, what we're going to see from Chelsea all the time. Now, I did say before the season started, if Chelsea was going to have success, they would have to win games by scoring 4, 5, 6 goals. You know, I do think that the defense is going to be suspect to giving up chances. We saw today. I know that's probably not the people we'll see on the back line in the league during the week. What we saw today in Switzerland against Servette, but just, you know, the system that Maresca plays, you really have to be in tune because they do take a lot of risks on the ball with how their formation is set up as well. They're quite open. So if you don't connect the passes, you're not clean on the ball, you definitely are susceptible to being countered. And I do feel like when you look at Crystal Palace team, the likes of Eze, the likes of Mateta, you know, getting the ball with his back to goal, linking up play to the left or the right. You know, a lot of times teams can get in Munoz overlapping, Mitchell overlapping. So, you know, Chelsea, the way they play, I think Crystal Palace will really get a lot of joy on the counter-attack. But I do think at Stamford Bridge, you know, all that I'm saying is going to be too much for them. I do feel like, you know, based on who played today, all my FPL folks, Madueke started but was subbed off, and Kunku on the other hand started and played the entire 90 minutes. Palmer came on as a sub. Mudryk started and stayed on for a long stretch. And also, I don't believe that Pedro Neto or João Felix were used at all today. So that's kind of lending me to think that Felix and Neto would be in line to start. I think Cole starts. And then I think the toss-up is going to be between Nico up front or João Felix. And I think Madueke, after the hat-trick, probably keeps his place on the right. So, that's going to be the interesting thing to see. How does he plays all his cards? Because he has plenty of them, in the attacking third. But I think regardless, they're going to have a bit more quality on the day. I was leaning towards a draw for this one, but I just have a funny feeling like Palace is going to again be a bit unlucky. But I do think Palace gets some goals in this one because that's what Chelsea does. They give up goals. But I think Chelsea in the end will win this one 3-2. I think they're going to struggle a bit just to try to get that replacement of Joachim Anderson up to speed. They had a rough injury during the week. I think Riyad went down with an injury. They were trying to groom him to potentially be the replacement, but they might just have to go back to the Richards and Gahey partnership for now until they can find a better solution. But for me, I'm going to go Chelsea to win 3-2. That's my scoreline, 3-2. After them sack Tenag. Hot Chili said 2-all. All right, Chili. I almost was going with a 2-all, I feel like Chelsea going to win by the odd goal in this one. Too much coal. Too much coal P. 3 assists or at least a goal and 2 assists or something. I'm really contemplating using my wild card in FPL, just so I can get Cole Palmer, But I don't know if I want to take such drastic measures so early. Okay, boss. You did say 10 dash. So I don't know them have a next 10. 10 chicken. All right, people, drop on the scores for the Chelsea match. Chelsea hosting Crystal Palace at the Stamford Bridge. Drop on the scores. People. Yeah, man. Scores. All right, so Chelsea and Palace. Now, the next game at 8:30, same time. This one, I think, is the broadcasted game on USA. It's going to be Newcastle and Spurs. So this one is going to be interesting, people, because the last time they played here, Newcastle gave them a 4-0 in April. Tottenham beat them up at home 4-1. So lately, the home teams have been coming out victorious. Newcastle, 4 points. Spurs, 4 points. So tight in the table. Spurs have a better goal difference right now. I think by the end of this one, Newcastle will be on 7 points and Spurs on 4. I just feel like at home, Newcastle is going to be a bit too much for Tottenham on the high line. They're going to be a constant 13 behind. I think Isak hasn't really gotten on the score sheet yet. I think that changes in this game. I think he probably has about a brace. I think Newcastle are going to be a bit too much for them. I don't believe that they'll be able to keep a clean sheet, though. I do think Spurs will get a goal, maybe even 2. But for now, I'm going to say 1 goal. And I'm going to say it's going to be a 3-1 win to Newcastle. 3-1 Newcastle on the day for me. Palace 2-1, says Duklan. So not going with Chelsea this week. Chelsea 4-2, says Nick. All right, Nick, I'll have it down. I said 2-all Spurs and Newcastle. Actually, it's a 2-1 Castle. So float, Duklan, let me know. I'm sure you will in a minute. Spurs, Newcastle. Yeah, for me, the high line is going to be the problem, bro. That high line, man. Isak, Gordon running in behind. I just see problems for them. Big problems for them. I attempted to say clean sheet too, but I'm not sure. I think Spurs get a goal. Spurs will get a 1 goal. Sonny score a penalty or something. Madison free kick. All right, so the big one of the end of the weekend. Historic matchup, you know. Rivalry renewed. Liverpool and United. So United 1 win, 1 loss. Liverpool unbeaten under their new manager Arne Slot. They will be traveling to Manchester at Old Trafford to face Manchester United. So last year in the corresponding fixture, this was a 2-2 draw. A lot of people said this was when United probably lost their chance to get to the title when they drew this game. But yeah, this was an interesting one that day. I remember this game because Salah got the penalty late to equalize, and there was a bunch of drama after as well with a bunch of injury time. And yeah, man, this was a good game. This was a good game. I remember this being very entertaining. I expect something similar tomorrow. I do feel like, the fact that I've seen Ten Hag try to play a bit more on the front foot this season, press a bit more. Liverpool, though, could exploit that if they don't get it right. I do like the way Liverpool transition from midfield to attack. They tend to get their players, the dangerous players, on the ball in good spaces. From what I've seen so far this year, I do feel like they could have definitely won the games by more than 2-0, both of the games they played. And I've just been a bit wasteful in front of goal. But yeah, for me, this one is going to be an interesting one. I think it's tough to call, though, because in this fixture, I think form gets out the window a lot. It's one I know that saying is passed around a lot of the time, like, throw away the form book for this and everything. But for me, did Alcaraz lose? Yo, straight sets. That's crazy. Didn't see that coming. Whoever bet on a Dutchman, they win a whole bag of money tonight. Wow. Yeah, so sorry about that, people. Me have the US Open on the TV, and me just see Alcaraz losing a straight sets tonight. Wow, pre-match odds plus 2,000 for the Dutchman. But yo, that's crazy. What's a huge upset, Look like the Olympics make the people them tired, Cause I don't know how Alcaraz losing straight sets to anybody. Even the best people them always get a 1 set. Yeah, so Liverpool, Man U people, again, this one tough to call because you can't really just base it off which team have played better right now, and these two teams are just weird. When them face each other, anything can play. I'm tempted to try to give Man United the edge to even win because they're at Old Trafford, but at the same time, just feel like Liverpool is just playing the better football right now. I can't disregard that just because Man U Liverpool playing, So because of that, I'm gonna go with the team that I think just, even though this manager been there shorter time, I think they have a much clearer picture how they want to play even still than even Ten Hag have with his team. Even though I think they're improving, I just feel like it's not enough yet. And I don't really trust Rashford. I don't know what kind of Rashford going to show up. And I'm pretty sure I'm still going to start him. So, Liverpool for me, as I said earlier, I don't really see them changing much. It's not really broken, so I fix it. I think barring the first half against Ipswich, they have looked really good in all the games. So, yeah, I would probably stick with what they've been doing. I'm going to say this one is entertaining, exciting, and the draw trend continues, people. I'm still going to go with the draw. I'm going to say this one actually ends in a 1-1 draw. I don't see it being that much scoring, but I think it's still going to be an entertaining match. But I think they split the points here, and it's a 1-1 draw. That's what I'm going to go with. Float said 2-1 Spurs. Duckland said 1 love Spurs. Well, one thing for sure, me and Duckland can't tie this week because it's almost everything the same do the opposite. Floats a 3-1 pool. Duckland said 2-1 Man U. Actually said 3-1 Liverpool. So Man U just dead. Man, I kill them, man. Old Trafford, them all get a point, man. One all, me say. Onana with a masterclass. Alright, so how much them dead by, Nick? Because I know Liverpool are winning, but how much? 6 love? Let me know. Nick says 6 love, people. And fresh. One game you have leaving a fresh. No, 2. Alright, me get them game there from fresh on the Insta or something. 4-1. I know say some big score you forward with, 4-1. What a wicked brother, man. Chad, a real Gunners fan, man, give me one Gunners score and cut. Energy look like him cut too. And Float fall asleep. So Float, give me them game here. Brentford, Southampton, Everton, Bournemouth, Ipswich, Fulham. I just them 3 games there you sleep out. So give me them 3 games now you complete everything. And I just need the Man U Liverpool score from fresh. I know him say Man U are going to win. But maybe him tell me before him cut out. Let me see. No, look like him stop this one. Big up yourself, Owen. What go on? Yeah, man, I run out with the EPL content tonight because I don't know tomorrow. Lone squad reveal news, Yeah, man, I'll pull up the team build up on the screen and do a thing with some formation and thing, As we should. Be a cussing, them all cuss me. You're not a coach, you're a YouTube coach, you're a roach. I don't know how me can be roach every time. I'm telling you the damn team where they going to pick. I don't know if I can pick that one because I never see McLaren pick a team yet. But when Halgrim's in it there, a whole heap of time I'm telling you the team and I see him so the man put the team. And it never look like what me would have do. So I don't know. I'm Robert gone, Fenerbahce. I must AI this. See a picture on Troll Football with Messi. I sit down like him I interview Ronaldo or them I interview them one another. But no, that never happened. Respect, Owen. Respect for the view and the like when we know you're going to fling on the video. Respect. But now forget, bro. But now forget when the man upset. All right, people. So pretty much everybody, as I say, float management, you missed 3 games. Just give me them. Brentford, Southampton, Everton, Bournemouth, and Ipswich, Fulham. And from you do that, I have all 10 matches for you, float. Yeah, man. Just do that. Yeah, people. So we basically work our way through the entire week fixtures. Got the predictions down. Do caught up. May try get the score them from Demo because I don't know. Demo a foundation predictor, so we'll have to get him scores in. So I will get that from him off the year. And yeah, people, we're not gonna drag out the thing tonight, Hour and 30 minutes, not bad. I'm gonna be busy tomorrow during the day, so I won't be able to do any content right after the press conference or anything. So more than likely is a later evening show, kind of similar to tonight. Hopefully we don't get started so late though. Maybe we can start a little earlier. I'm sure the streets are gonna have a whole heap of people around there, but we're not business. We're gonna put out the content. Those who can be here live at the time, we really appreciate. Those who don't see it live, I know them will say, oh, Jason Gooner make a video, let me take it in. Because them know, they might get some analysis, some breakdown, and some insights as well. And who knows? Maybe when you actually look back and you check who did have them team set up from when the squad pick, Jason Gooner might have the most people in the damn squad out of all the people them when they pick a squad. So yeah, I'm gonna do my thing, people. Make it clear. Either I'm gonna tell you this is what I think the coach going to do, or if I was the coach, this is what I would do. I'm gonna make those things clear when we make the lineup then. But look out for that, people. As I said, thank you so much for everybody in the building. Thanks to all the subscribers who have joined the channel so far. We're up over 1,200 now, so we are extremely thankful for all the support and the love. Jason Gooner is not a full-time YouTuber. I could never lie and tell people that and take credit from those who really do this for a living. I do have a full-time job as a father. And I do have a full-time job as a person that needs to provide as a father. So I do other things as well in life, people. So yes, if you don't see me run out every single day, if you don't see me on here 25 hours a day, it's because mans have other things to do. All right, people. And I don't even think, even if I was doing this professionally, I would have to take some time off. I can't be in front of the screen for 24 hours. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, just know that I try my best to, when I do bring the content out, prepare and hopefully that forward across the screen, because the last thing I want to do is just sit here and don't have nothing to talk about and still talking to you. All right, people? So as I said, we're not going to stretch out this one too long. Basically, we have reached the end of the program. It was my pleasure bringing you the games and the content. As I said before, people, this is a one night early for the EPL content. I usually do this on Friday night right before, but tomorrow is a big day in the Reggae Boys football landscape because it is the first official squad to be picked by Steve McLaren. We will have the press conference during the day. I believe it's at 10 o'clock Jamaica time, 11 o'clock for me, where we will have the reveal of the squad. And of course, once that happens, then we will be back once I am done with all my other duties in life to bring some Reggae Boys content to you and just dissect and break down the squad and its selection, and also play coach for a day and try to set up some teams and some ways that we might see the team play. So yeah, man, Duke, bless up yourself. Big day tomorrow. I totally agree. And yeah, now we are going to just kick back and see what is in store for us and who we get to cheer on come September 6th in the National Stadium versus Cuba. All right, people. Once again, up and gunning, Jason Gooner TV. Respect to everybody that was in the building. Big respect to one of my members, Nick, in the chat. Thank you so much for being here tonight. ONO, Duckland, Stenet, Float Management, Hot Chili, RR, Energy 876, Fresh God, of course, always checking in. Respect, my brother, and good luck in your new endeavors over there in Canada. Yeah, man. So everybody that checked in, really, really maximum respect. Chad Chambers from earlier, big up yourself, my boss. And anybody watching this on the replay, feel free. Put in the comment section your 10 predictions. I will add it to the list. There's plenty of space on the paper here. And, I feel more superior when I beat more people. So, yeah, man, the more the merrier, people. So, big up on yourself. RR, you can do the same, bro. You missed a lot of the predictions. So, just drop them in the comment section of the video, and I will record them, and then you can see if you are the champion for the week. All right, boss? I doubt it because I am playing. But big up yourself, and blessings, manners, and respect. And until next time, people, Jason Gooner TV, and we're out of the building. Big up on yourself.